We always live in an uncertain world. What is certain is that the United States will go forward over time. For 240 years. It's been a terrible mistake to bet against America. And now is no time to start. American business and consequently a basket of stocks is virtually certain to be worth far more in the years ahead. I won't say if my candidate doesn't win. And probably half the time they haven't. I'm going to take my ball and go home. Widespread fear is your friend as an investor because it serves up bargain purchases. Whether we're talking about socks or stocks, I like buying quality merchandise when it is marked down. The best thing that happens to us is when a great company gets into temporary trouble. We want to buy them when they're on the operating table. Most people get interested in stocks when everyone else is. The time to get interested is when no one else is. You can't buy what is popular and do well. The most common cause of low prices is pessimism, sometimes pervasive, sometimes specific to a company or industry. We want to do business in such an environment. Not because we like pessimism, but because we like the prices it produces. It is optimism that is the enemy of the rational buyer. After 25 years of buying and supervising a great variety of businesses, Charlie Munger and I have not learned how to solve difficult business problems. What we have learned is to avoid them. Speculation is most dangerous when it looks easiest. Keep things simple and don't swing for the fences. When promised quick profits, respond with a quick no. Half of all coin flippers will win their first toss. None of those winners has an expectation of profit if he continues to play the game. You do things when the opportunities come along. I've had periods in my life when I've had a bundle of ideas come along. And I've had long, dry spells. If I get an idea next week, I'll do something. If not, I won't do a damn thing. If past history was all that is needed to play the game of money, the richest people would be librarians. The investor of today does not profit from yesterday's growth. What we learn from history is that people don't learn from history. Not doing what we love in the name of greed is very poor management of our lives. We simply attempt to be fearful when others are greedy and to be greedy only when others are fearful. Money is not everything. Make sure you earn a lot before speaking such nonsense. Today people who hold cash equivalents feel comfortable. They shouldn't. They have opted for a terrible long-term asset. One that pays virtually nothing and is certain to depreciate in value. So smile when you read a headline that says investors lose as market falls. Edit it in your mind to disinvestors lose as market falls but investors gain though writers often forget this truism. There is a buyer for every seller and what hurts one necessarily helps the other. Only when the tide goes out do you discover who's been swimming naked. Predicting rain doesn't count. Building the ark does. The years ahead will occasionally deliver major market declines, even panics that will affect virtually all stocks. No one can tell you when these traumas will occur. This does not bother Charlie Munger and me. Indeed, we enjoy such price declines if we have funds available to increase our positions. The best chance to deploy capital is when things are going down. It's been an ideal period for investors. A climate of fear is their best friend. Those who invest only when commentators are upbeat end up paying a heavy price for meaningless reassurance. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours and you'll drift in that direction. Of the billionaires I have known, money just brings out the basic traits in them. If they were jerks before they had money, They are simply jerks with $1 billion. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. Lose money for the firm, and I will be understanding. Lose a shred of reputation for the firm, and I will be ruthless. If you get to my age in life and nobody thinks well of you, I don't care how big your bank account is. Your life is a disaster. Basically, when you get to my age, you'll really measure your success in life by how many of the people you want to have love you actually do love you. I always knew I was going to be rich. I don't think I ever doubted it for a minute. You only have to do a very few things right in your life so long as you don't do too many things wrong. Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people. Wall Street is the only place that people ride to in a Rolls-Royce to get advice from those who take the subway. When trillions of dollars are managed by Wall Streeters charging high fees, it will usually be the managers who reap outsized profits, not the clients. Someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. If you're in the luckiest 1% of humanity, you owe it to the rest of humanity to think about the other 99%. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. You've got to keep control of your time, and you can't unless you say no. You can't let people set your agenda in life. In the world of business, the people who are most successful are those who are doing what they love. It's not necessary to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. You know, you keep doing the same things and you keep getting the same result over and over again. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. I insist on a lot of time being spent, almost every day, to just sit and think. That is very uncommon in American business. I read and think, so I do more reading and thinking, and make less impulse decisions than most people in business.